The strength of the team is each individual member. The strength of each member is the team. Famous words by Phil Jackson. Today, I'm going to show you guys how to secure success in real estate. And yes, you guessed it, with a team. First-time real estate investor Daquan Jones is here with a brand new video. Let's get it. Welcome back to my channel. First-time real estate investor Daquan Jones is here, and unfortunately it's been a while since I made my last video, and that's due to so many things. I know I always make excuses, but I promise you from now on I'm gonna give you the best content, best value, and best quality. As you can see, I have a new little setup going on here, better quality, a better background, just new technology going on. So I want to bring you guys the best content and best value. So far as me, in my home search, as you guys may know, I told you guys I was looking in a different market, and so far I've just been looking. It's not as easy as people think it is, and it takes a lot of time because you want to make sure that when you look for something, all the credentials is correct, because it's your investment and you gotta make money at the end of the day. You want to see at least, actually not at least, you need to see over 2%, and COC ROI. And that's very important when it comes to investing in real estate, because although it might be a side job for me, it's actually full jobs for so many people out there. And they look at it as if, if they fail just by jumping on one home that's not for them, then it's a waste of money. And it goes for me too. I don't want to waste my money or waste my time looking at something that's not for me and I'll lose money on. So, it's a precise thing. You want to make sure that you're actually looking for something that you like, that you want to buy, and that's going to benefit you in the future. Whereas, you will make appreciation and build equity over time. So I just want to talk about the 8 things, actually not the 8 things, the 8 people or 8 teammates that you need on your team to secure success in real estate. And the reason why I want to talk about this today is because, a lot of people think that when you step in real estate, you just do it on your own. In today's society, between Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook, between Jeff Bezos and his team, between Apple, we see it, Michael Jordan, 8 sports members, and it's a big thing, because when it comes to real estate and success, that team helps you be successful, and that plays a big role into how you're going to come out as a real estate investor. Now I'm going to talk about the 8 team members that you need on your team, and the first one is the most important one that you actually need to start investing in real estate, in which I spoke about in many of my videos, and that's a real estate agent. Now when it comes to real estate agents, I spoke about this plenty of times. Find the correct agent. Find the correct agent. Agents are hard to find because some agents might not care. Some agents might just be in, just for a paycheck, and they might look at a house not for the benefit of you, but for themselves. And that's why when it comes to investing in real estate and looking at agents, it's not an easy thing. But the best way, and this is just a tip, the best way to find the best type of agents for your investment is referrals. Use referrals, use referrals. Having referrals gives you more information than you think. It shows you what an agent is capable of based on what they did in the past in the community, or maybe with someone So referrals is very important. When I look for agents, I interview my agent, and that's something that I look for. The new agent I'm dealing with, I actually got referred to him from my tax accountant lady, and she actually told me, I seen property searches that he sent me daily on emails, which is something that you should automatically get when you have a good agent. Notice I'm saying good agent because, like I said, some agents suck. Another thing I look for when looking for an agent is an agent that's tech savvy, that's into technology, because it's 2019. You don't want an agent passing letters around on what's on the MLS. So something more modern, somebody that's tech savvy, somebody that know how to use the phone, obviously is very crucial when it comes to communicating with you. because it's something that you want, it's something that you live for, it's something you want to do in the future. You don't want to just buy a house and you have an agent forcing it on you. No, that's not what we want to do here. We want to make the best and we want to find the best. And at the end of the day, the agent doesn't work for you. I've spoken about this plenty of times. That particular agent do not work for you. That agent work for the person who's selling the house. The seller list the agent gets. Once you find an agent, you need an agent to look at properties on the MLS, which is the multiple listing service. If it's unlisted, then yes, you don't have to go through an agent, but just note that, you know, all the paperwork and contracts and things to sign is your responsibility. So that's something that, you know, I look for. I have a lot of notes up here, just, you know, important information about, which is why most people go through the MLS instead of searching unlisted. But that's just, you know, a couple of things that I look for when it comes to agent. I also look for, you know, things like, you know, just honest, somebody that's not lying to you, someone that's truthful, and an agent that's kind of, you know, understand the investor mentality, because most agents, you know, they don't like dealing with investors. They feel like investors is a waste of their time. So try to find an agent that understand, you know, what kind of return on investment you're looking for. Have that same mindset you have, but, you know, just trying to push you in that right direction. So that's one team member that you need. And I won't say that, I'll actually use that as a point, that's the point guard. No, actually a realtor would probably be a shooting guard in this situation, because that person is actually going to go shoot the shots in a way. So if you understand what I mean by that, that agent is actually going to take the initiative, give you and bring you the homes. It's just like a shooting guard is going to shoot and bring you the points. That's my little analogy there. But believe it or not, this is actually a team of 8 and not 5. So I'm gonna try to bring the most important out of this team. So another thing you do need is a lender. Obviously, you need a lender, because how are you getting this money? A lender is really prioritized, and you can't do nothing without having a lender. The best way to find a lender is the same thing when it comes to finding a realtor. It's referrals. Usually, you know, one realtor might have a team just like you might have a team, and one of the things that consists of a realtor team members is a lender. So when you talk to realtors, most of them suggest lenders, but if you have your own lender, why not go with them? You could get lenders are, you know, it's so many different ways to find lenders. It's so many different types of lenders. You could do hard money, which I haven't made a video about yet, but when it comes to hard money, it's a little more challenging and difficult than going to your regular conventional lender. But a hard money lender, credit union lender, you could do a regular mortgage broker. So different things like that actually a crucial part, and I would probably say that's probably your point guard. Probably your point guard, because just like, you know, the shooting guard go out there for the points, which is the houses. When it comes to your lender is going to be that person that you need. You know, it works hand to hand. That's my analogy. I don't know how far I'm gonna get into this whole basketball and, you know, teammates when it comes to having that on your team. But, you know, team member you actually need is a contractor or, you know, a handyman. Me personally, I prefer a contractor over a handyman, because when I think of handyman, so this is just me personally, I feel like a handyman is somebody, you know, that's somebody that, you know, that might not take you as serious because they know you, and they might not do, you know, such a good job on working on your home. And that's just me mentally overthinking most likely. But a contractor is definite. You need a contractor, you need a contractor. And the thing about contractors, and this is one thing that if you invest in real estate, you know, contractors are hard to find. Good contractors are very difficult to find, because they don't take, contractors aren't owners, they aren't business people, they are workers. It's a difference between, you know, owning a business and working. It's like contractors is hard to find, and just based on experience, reading and witnessing other people who dealt with contractors. When it comes to contractors, you know, you want to kind of look at certain things. And one thing I learned from reading Bigger Pockets, Brandon Turner, I learned that, and he actually got this reference from someone else, just learning what the difference between price versus cost. Price versus cost, when you think about it, it makes a lot of sense. This is just, you know, me summarizing everything he said. So when it comes to, you know, price, and when it comes to cost, just say if you go into Best Buy and there's 2 dishwashers on sale, or it just be 2 dishwashers in general that you're looking at. One dishwasher is $400, which is a typical, you know, price for a dishwasher. $400. Dishwasher is not an energy efficient dishwasher, so that means it'll cost you more over time. The next dishwasher is a $600 dishwasher, $200 more. Not such a big deal, but the difference is this dishwasher is higher quality and it's actually energy efficient. So over time it'll save you money. The difference with that is you're looking at the price. Don't never just look at the price, look at the cost over time, because something as little as buying a $400 dishwasher can cost you more money over time. Which is why, you know, when it comes to contractors, always look for a high quality contractor. Never go cheap, because you might have to deal with more problems over time in your house. And that right there is looking at the price versus the cost. You might end up spending more money, you know, over time by hiring a cheap contractor, when you could spend more money by hiring someone else that's, you know, good and not have to deal with the work. And this varies when it comes to, you know, different homes, especially when an older home. You want to make sure that hiring good quality. You don't want to just hire somebody because their price is cheaper, because it's going to affect you over time. In fact, it's going to cost you a lot more money. Let these contractors compete. It's another great way, another great resource to find, you know, great contractors. And honestly, I think I'm done using my basketball analogy, because there's 3 more positions left, which is, you know, small forward, power forward, and center. So, but it is one team member that's great for center, and I'm gonna get to that in a few. But when it comes to, you know, having a great team, next teammate you want to have is, you know, a bookkeeper. A bookkeeper is not a CPA, 2 different things. Bookkeeper is someone who kind of keep the data analysis on what's going on with the property, something different from a CPA. Now, the next team member I want to get to is a CPA. And just to kind of, you know, differ the two, a CPA is actually a certified private accountant. These people are very important, because when it comes to having a CPA, you need to make sure that you're getting the right investment, which involves having the proper, you know, tax returns done. And when it comes to CPA are financial advisors. They want to make sure that, you know, your business tax returns is good. You know, you're saving money on taxes, and you're buying and holding. So that's the good thing about having a CPA. And although, you know, having a CPA is good and everything, CPAs usually are really expensive. And I know actually having a team, it's funny because having a team is expensive, but at the end of the day, it's to protect your investment, and it's to better your investment, especially if you have more than one, you know, rental unit. So having a CPA is good. You know, they give you good tax recommendations, and the best way to find one, honestly, is to just, you know, search and use referrals. Like I always say, talk to people, talk to different, you know, landlords in your community. You know, Facebook is really big when it comes to having different groups. Try to join a group, try to talk to different landlords and see, you know, the option they use when it comes to having their own CPA. And it also varies from state to state. So if you know somebody that's really familiar with, you know, real estate, or just a landlord, talk to them about, you know, hiring a CPA, how much it costs, and things like that. You know, just use common sense when it comes to finding that. But the next person on your team, and I will actually use this as a small forward, because you actually do that. And this is your lawyer, this is your attorney. This is not the attorney you use to get you out of jail, or the divorce attorney you need, or the prosecutor when you gotta pay traffic tickets. No, this is the attorney you need when it comes to writing up contracts on real estate, writing up foreclosure contracts, writing up regular, you know, basic contracts. You know, and different states requires, you know, different things. I think I spoke about this in my last video. Some states use title companies, states use lawyers, and they take care of everything. Lawyers typically are expensive. They get paid, you know, by the hour, usually $200 to $600 and up, depending on what they're doing. And it's not a consistent time and frame where they're working for hours dealing with you. It's usually 15 minutes, 10 minutes here. So you don't have to worry about, you know, spending $10,000 when in reality, you probably only spend $3,000 to $4,000, which is also included, you know, and the hidden fees when purchasing a home. You know, when it comes to lawyers, you know, lawyers also help you evict the tenant. You know, they help you buy. The lawyers make sure that your farms are legally binding. They help you buy or sell in some states. You actually also need a lawyer, not just to start up buying a house, but you need a lawyer just to have, you know, on the sideline. You know, as you get bigger and you have multiple properties, there's gonna be a lot of people who want to sue you, you know, that lawyer can protect you, just your finances and, you know, your property and equity. So just having a lawyer is good, and having that person on your team will secure your success. Insurance agents are, you know, agents that give you the best deals on insurance policies. It's the same thing with a car, but the difference is the best way to find insurance agents is to usually go through a broker, because when it comes to having an insurance agent, you usually are set with one company, have one price. When it comes to having a broker, they usually update you on, different policies and ways to save money. Insurance is a big thing because most of the times you need to have insurance before you even, buy a house. And they want 6 months down, if I'm not mistaken. And that's usually, inside the closing costs, 6 months worth of insurance. And depending on where you live at and depending on what state you are, insurance varies. Usually part is to protect you and, make whatever. Think of this like a car. Having a car, you need registrations, you need your license, you need license plates, you need insurance, you need all these things just to drive. And that's how it is when it comes to investing in real estate. You definitely need an insurance agent. So, final thing, and this is probably, if I will refer back to basketball, this is probably the center. This is a property manager, and you guys that's going to really secure your investment during that time. When it comes to starting up real estate, you want to have a team. But when it comes to, maintaining that investment and being a real estate owner, you want to have a property manager. And it might cost you more money, obviously, but the more properties you got, you can sleep better at night knowing that there's someone that's securing your investment. And whoever you get to manage your properties, know what they're doing. You don't want to get somebody that's irresponsible, someone that's not communicating with his tenants, someone that's, not attending certain problems or not, fixing certain problems. Being an owner, you don't always want to be an owner. You want to be an owner, but you just want to be involved in that, being a landlord, communicating with the tenants, dealing with certain problems on your own. The more you get, the more you're going to realize that it gets harder from step 1 to step 10. It gets a lot harder. So just to kind of ease your time up, your management, because now you have more properties. Now you have 10, 5, 24. You have a lot of units now, and just for one person to maintain all these units and all these issues, collect late fees, it's not easy. So I would say that's very crucial, because anything could go wrong, and if it's not, so a properties manager job and manage your real estate investment, determine whether or not you're going to be successful and investing in real estate. They're going to screen tenants, do the background checks, credit checks, whatever you got to, do to get the best tenant into your home. Leases, prepare reports for you, do yearly summaries, annual summaries on how much you're making, the income that you're getting from the tenants, communication with the owner, attend to these issues. Property managers can cost you from 8% to 12% coming out of monthly rent. But I only seen 10%, especially in my market. My one is to just, communicate with a landlord, having this early and just having someone you can talk to on your team already is just good, because you already have an idea of what you want to do, and it'll just motivate you more to just buy more properties, to be honest with you. But just having this person on your team is going to benefit you, it's going to determine or not. So that's a crucial thing, and I will honestly suggest you start looking for properties managers now. Based on my situation, I don't have a property manager now, but so I have an idea. I know his pricing already, and he's not an official member of this elite team, but the idea is there. And to be honest with you, I don't have a CPA either. Neither do I have. I don't have a CPA, and I do not have an official contractor just yet. What I'm doing to find my contractor is I'm actually, talking to the investors I met at the seminar, trying to see, probably, pick up 5 of their contractors and see which ones has, a better reputation than the other. So, that's just pretty much it. But like I said, when it comes to having a team, you want to make sure that your team is legit. You want to have a great team, people that, that's honest to you, people that you can build a relationship with, and people that could be your friend before, a friendship before, business. A friendship goes a long way. Relationships, and building relationships doesn't involve, walking up to somebody and asking them to be their mentor. That's not how things work. The best way to, socialize yourself with, other investors and other entrepreneurs is to, do simple things like, hey, you want to go out for a cup of coffee, or just kind of communicate with them, asking them, hey, you want to go out for lunch, or you want to talk over the phone, things like that. And that's a start to building a honest relationship with someone that could be a mentor or a friend that's an entrepreneur. This video to an end because I don't know what else. I actually have a lot of information, a lot of value to talk about. In my next video, I want to talk about pricing, how much you should pay, the best way that you're going to make money and cash flow for your investment properties. And I want to actually talk about that into detail and break some numbers out for you guys, so you guys can have a basic understanding of what it is and how much you need to invest in real estate. I kind of talked about that before, but this time I want to kind of get deep into the numbers game when it comes to the 50% rule, 2% rule, 3% appreciation, 80% down on a property, so that way you can see 10% appreciation throughout that first year and 3% appreciation after the second year. So I want to break these numbers down, show you what they mean, and kind of give you a base idea on how you're going to build the best cash flow. But besides that, I'm gonna leave this video till the end. If you like my channel, please subscribe.